What? How did I get one shot with all my buffs? To understand what happened, we must go back to the beginning. Depths of Illusive Realm, a roguelike event where you have only one active character and you traverse a series of dungeons to obtain buffs called metaphors for the upcoming boss fights. Simple concept, but can it be beaten with dragons only? Well, sort of. To start, regardless of difficulty, I can use my jiyan. Mourning Aix, on the other hand, is reduced to a companion summon. You can't switch to your summons as active characters despite being in your party. Their only use is their ultimates and providing elemental energy towards unlocking our Echo's special abilities. You get metaphors from this white cat which spawns after every fight, or there's a chance they'll be in one of these breakable rocks. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of the Crownless Echo. Sure, I am invincible while it's active, but I feel I have no control on how it attacks and moves. I used the lock-on later with the Crownless and still felt the same result. For character-specific buffs, you talk to this white NPC who spawns at the start, after every boss fight, or after clearing a memory of training domain. The last place to get metaphors is from the transaction NPC who only spawns in memory of rest domains. Lastly, as you play through, you get materials to upgrade the skill tree to help you with the later difficulties. One detail between difficulties is that not only are the enemies increasing in level, but also in phases. In difficulty 3, there are 14, while difficulty 2 is at 10 and difficulty 1 is at 7. Word of advice, never go to Memory of the Unknown. All you get is one NPC to talk to and at best one random metaphor. Worse value compared to the other domains where you can get at least 2 or a buff. Also mentioned with multiple companions, you can only select one at a time when their ultimates are ready. A bit inconvenient, and oh man, I don't know why, Alto's ultimate was so loud in my ears today. Difficulty 4, only evidence was getting the mission of clearing it with the Bellborn Echo and unlocking the items in the shop. The reason was originally this is where I was going to call it and use the trial characters off screen, but then I remembered we're boosted by the Echo and the buffs we find, so the level difference really shouldn't matter. Shame I didn't remember to record it though. During difficulty 4 is when I discovered what I think is the best Echo they provided, the Bellborn. After unlocking its second ability, you get a shield, and with certain metaphors, I didn't have to worry about not having a healer. And after waiting for 10 seconds for the Crownless to come down and die like a man, we cut to the next boss fight. It's the monkey. Well, this will be easy. I know his moveset already. Just gotta break his toughness and, okay. This tower is new. Well, I'll just knock it down. Easy.
Shackles be gone.
Oh, well that was unexpected. Second run and I got the monkey first. Should do better this time. Yeah, we just run away when he starts doing that move. While he does get a few new moves now that he is wielding a giant log, they're very easy to time dodges and counters. Oh, the Crownless for the second boss? Jiyan's ultimate hitbox is so big and consistent that parrying this enemy is so free. No, I'm not gonna make it in time. Oh. The fight is still going. Okay, it did say the boss got an attack boost though. Gotta lock in. My final boss was Mourning Aix, a boss I have only fought once in a world quest, and what the heck just happened to my camera? Overall, I feel the attacks are easy to dodge and counter, but I have to remember, like the monkey, it should pull out a move I've never seen before after 50% HP. And this pretty much went on for 3 minutes until the timer ran out. Time to lock in again, or not? Huh? I later find out that getting this boss as your final one on difficulty 5 is basically a slap in the face from the devs. At a certain point, it will just never stop summoning lightning on the ground and have basically no end lag or window of opportunity for a close range character. I also definitely felt my frame rate drop during that fight with all the effects rendering on my screen. Either way, guess I'll have to invest into max HP after all. Although right now, I have a different obstacle. To collect all the Astrites, there's an entire section of side missions that requires me to play non-dragon characters. Guess the video is over. Thanks for watching, guys. Look, there's no other way around it if I want those rewards. So we're gonna have to grant these characters temporary honorary dragon status. And through sheer luck, I unlocked the writer's final ability on difficulty 3 when I couldn't even get that on difficulty 5 for the bellboard. Okay, game. On the other hand, they offer trial versions of the characters in different difficulties, so I don't have to level mine up. Except for one. They did not offer a trial fire pew pew a single time. What, Curl Games? You think everyone's gonna use this annoying starter character? Yeah, right. Can't believe I had to do this. In case you're wondering why, the event takes into account your character level for the stats, including the summon damage. On the upside, I did discover that the white cat sometimes spawns in this area of this domain. Another spot to check when we get back to difficulty 5. It was strange that the cat wasn't inside a rock though. And done. Now to throw her off a cliff to cleanse my account. Dang, these characters really don't skip leg day. Let's just try this again. Perfect. Despite what you may think about my failed run of difficulty 5, the overall strategy doesn't change. If you don't get the Bellborn Echo at the beginning, immediately reset. Be sure to pick Faultless as your buff. I know, past me didn't because I can't be bothered to pay attention or read. With Faultless, it makes dealing with hordes of enemies in the smaller domains easier since I get the ultimate AoE and pull effect every time I use my skill. And would you look at that? Another spot to check for a potential white cat. First fight, Crownless, done. Second fight, Monkey, winnable. Oh, when you're picking metaphors, try to pick the one with the highest amount of elemental energy. Reroll if you don't get it on the first selection. Try to prioritize the one you need the most energy for that final ability. Other than that, pick what you feel benefits your run the most. Okay, thank God we got lucky. Unlock the 4th ability just 2 domains before the final fight. I was getting very nervous because there's a chance that the transaction NPC wouldn't sell any of the items we need. As long as it's not the Angst, we should be okay. It's the writer. Okay, I can do this, but I am now noticing something I didn't before. See how I'm healing, but my health remains the same? I can confirm it's not a random metaphor I selected doing that. Let me rewind a bit. In the rest domain, it said healing was complete, but my health didn't increase past 14,700. Yeah, it's bugged. In fact, it happened the moment I unlocked the 4th ability on the Echo. Well, as long as I beat the stage, it shouldn't matter, right? I joked in a previous episode about getting a free 10 pull as compensation, but this time, I mean it. That was unacceptable. Round 3, Heron, just fine. One difference this time, primarily going for buffs that either increase my resonance skill damage, reduce its cooldown, or reduce the cooldown of the ultimate after Faultless. Cutting it pretty close with the Crownless, I was still very tilted from the past run. Picked up a really good healing metaphor. At this point, I wasn't going to use my ultimate as much during the boss fights, as spamming it provides no benefit outside of iframing an attack. This genuinely felt like the run. I got the 4th ability on the Echo unlocked earlier. Every metaphor I picked up ensured more survivability, increased damage to my resonance skill, and provided ways to lower the cooldowns of the Echo ability and my skill so that I could just spam it as soon as possible. You can see 5-second cooldown for my skill and 6-second cooldown for the Echo. There should be no way I get one shot by whatever he did to kill me earlier. Okay, well that's kind of dumb it did that much damage. Luckily, I remembered I picked up the Mercy metaphor, which restores 5% HP for every enemy I kill. For once, I am happy there are small minions on the field. For most of the fight, I avoided using the lock-on since I'd have more control over the camera. It was down to the wire, 6 seconds to spare, but finally, 4 hours of playing. I swear it felt longer than that, just for an event. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out when I roll for Jinshi. Appreciate if you drop a like for the series. I'm DragonLordLeda, and until then, on to my next video.